What is up, everybody? Happy Tuesday, happy holidays. The markets are green. Things are good. We are happy. We've got another follower, averaging the one follower per day. This time next year, we might just be making some progress. Things are good. What is happening on Twitter? Let's see. Posted this earlier. We had two videos come out today. Go away, dogs. Two videos come out today from some pretty prominent YouTubers that I follow, Hashoshi and the Coin Bureau. Excuse me. Had a brain fart. Both of which came out with very bullish videos today on Cosmos. So taking a hard look at Atom right now. I've actually got an open trade on Atom sitting at right around the $20 mark. I did have a lower position on it, but of course we've been kind of taking small bites as we move up here. I actually have stopped out twice now on this little pullback that we've had, but we'll jump into that when we take a look at the charts. Still feeling very bullish on Atom, especially as people get home from work tonight and start checking out their favorite streamers. This happened again today. Binance went down, working on, not went down, but not allowing withdrawals of from ERC wallets, or ERC20 wallets, which has happened a few times over the past week. I know we've had a huge surge in volume, but definitely a little concerning. Would like to get some answers on what's going on here. Other than that, I think that's always some nice charts coming out from the Bitcoin archive. If you don't follow them, I'd suggest you do. This is the open interest, but I think we've got a story on that in the news. All right, let's jump into it. Where are we at in the markets? No one cares about my Twitter account. Okay, market cap. We are up 2.3% on our market cap today. Look at that, sitting at $2.14 trillion. Incredible. Seeing a nice little rally here across the board. Just a sea of green. Bitcoin up 0.9% on the day. Ethereum up 4.5%. Binance Coin up 11.3%. My goodness, look at that. Binance Coin just, every pullback that we've seen, we've watched Binance just roar back. Pretty incredible to watch. Feels like a really safe place to be anytime you see a really harsh dip in the market. Jump into Binance and you can manage those losses really quick. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing. XRP up 3.5% on the day. Dogecoin, my goodness. Doge Day not living up to the hype, down 21.6%. That's pretty incredible. Cardano up 2.4%. Polkadot down 2.3%. Really getting beat up over the past few days. Not sure what's going on there. Litecoin down 1.9%. Sorry, Cosmos is spiking right now. My attention is diverted. You guys know I watch the charts like a hawk. VeChain up 13%. Pretty incredible. Chainlink up 2.3%. All right, there's your top 10. Where are we at? ETH gas prices. Look at that. 250 Gwei. Gas prices are just unreal. Bitcoin dominance holding firm right here around the 49.3%. Down a little bit on the day. I think we went up to about 50% yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go back and look, but that sounds right. There's our overall volume. Really looking good. Strong volume on the day as well. Just what we needed to see. Kind of the little wind that we needed, the tailwind we needed. All right, headlines. So much news today, guys. So much news. We got to really chug along here to get through it all. PayPal-owned Venmo adds Bitcoin buying and selling. Customers will be able to buy and sell crypto on Venmo for a fee starting from $1. Look at that. Buy and sell Bitcoin for $1. That's what you want to see. PayPal has expanded crypto trading to its Venmo payments app and a fresh indication of the payment giant's cryptocurrency ambitions. Customers of the payment app will be able to buy and sell, trade as little as $1 worth of crypto on Venmo, which has more than 70 million customers. Whole bunch of new people coming into our market, guys. As on PayPal itself, trading is limited to Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Rollout commences today and will be available for all customers within the next few weeks. The announcement from today. This being offered in partnership with Paxos, which was tapped by PayPal as a liquidity provider. They're huge in the industry. I mean, I can't think of a better partner. They've got their stablecoin too. That'll be a big deal. PayPal opened trading on select cryptocurrencies to the U.S. customers in November and began allowing users to pay with crypto in March. Big deal. Very cool. This was just all over the place. Seemed like every headline I saw had something to do with Venmo adding Bitcoin and being able to buy and sell it now. So, very good. Next up, from the Coin Desk, pumping out the news today. Facebook-backed Diem aims to launch stablecoin pilot in 2021. The pilot would see single stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. So Facebook is making stablecoins. This was something that they had talked about doing back in 2017, I guess, when they were calling it Libra. The Facebook-backed Diem project, formerly Libra, could launch digital currency stablecoin pilot in 2021, according to reports. The pilot will be launched with a single stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, CNBC reported Tuesday, citing a person familiar with the matter. It will be based largely on payments between individual customers, potentially with the option for users to buy goods and services. The Diem project is currently in talks with Swiss regulators to secure a payment license. Originally named Libra when announced by Facebook in 2017, the project has experienced intense scrutiny from lawmakers and regulators and witnessed the departure of a string of partners. This culminated in a Libra association scaling back its ambitions in April 2020. Pivoting from the development to a number of stablecoins pegged to different cryptocurrencies, as opposed to the original plan of a global currency backed by a basket of national currencies. Which is an interesting idea. I just don't know if I like the fact of Facebook becoming the largest bank on the planet when you consider that right now they have, 7 million? I'd have to look at the exact number of users Facebook has, but it's a lot, so you got to imagine that the second they move into the cryptocurrency space and launch a stablecoin, well, they just immediately became the largest bank on the planet. And that's a terrifying thought. There's your scary Facebook news. Next up, Binance US hires former comptroller of the currency, Brian... Jesus, I can't read today. I'm sorry, guys. Binance US hires former comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks, as CEO. Brooks will assume control of the crypto exchange Binance US operations, taking over from current CEO Kathleen Coley. A lot of people wondering what's happening with her. She's been a large name in the space and a huge advocate, obviously, for crypto. So there's the guy. Saw an interview with him on CoinDesk this morning. I mean, seems like a smart guy. Seems like he could move the company in the right direction. Maybe put a stop to them locking down my account and not letting me withdraw stuff. That would be a good start. The former acting comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks, will become CEO of crypto exchange Binance US, according to Wall Street Journal. Brooks, who will begin his role at Binance US on May 1st, will replace Binance US's current CEO, Kathleen Coley, who joined the exchange in July 2019 from cross-border payment company Ripple. Oh, I didn't realize she came from Ripple. That's interesting. I'm sorry, I keep meaning to turn off these notifications, guys, and I keep forgetting. I've got it muted on my computer, so I don't even hear it when they pop up, but I know it blows your eardrums out, especially if you've got headphones on. I apologize. A voice for crypto at the OCC. Brooks was formally nominated by former President Trump to serve a 5-year term as head of the Office of Comptroller of the Currency, or OCC. But the runoff elections in Georgia dashed those plans, putting the Senate in Democratic hands, and Blake Paulson was put in charge until Biden names his pick for the OCC. As head of the OCC, Brooks was a supporter of the cryptocurrency and blockchain innovations within the banking sector. In January, the OCC issued guidance that national banks and credit unions could use blockchain technology and stablecoins for payment activities, a major shift in policy. Prior to heading up of the OCC, Brooks was chief legal officer at crypto exchange Coinbase, which last week went public via direct listing, temporarily hitting valuation of $100 billion. That's something he touted a lot on his interview this morning on Coinbase, was his experience at Coinbase, which, I mean, good on him. Good for Binance. That's got to mean good things for me, at the very least, the selfish side of me. Here you go. Engine attracts Binance and Microsoft to NFT project. More than 50 companies have joined JumpNet, Engine's crypto collectibles platform. This is huge, guys. I've been pounding the table on Engine for weeks now. You know that. We've been trading the snot out of it. Actually, we've just been holding Engine. Engine's just a project we really believe in, and I personally think that it's going to be huge moving forward here. So, Engine has revealed more than 50 firms are using its JumpNet blockchain, according to an announcement on the firm's website. What is JumpNet? JumpNet is a blockchain designed to host non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, designed on the Ethereum's ERC 1155 standard. More than 50 firms have launched the non-fungible tokens or crypto collectibles on JumpNet within 2 weeks of its launch. The list of partners include notable firms such as Microsoft, Binance, and OKX. Other platforms include Cryptomat, Blockdown, Ludena Protocol, Lost Relics, Japanese VTubers, My Metaverse, The Six Dragons, Beauty in the Streets, and The Metaverse Me. Whew. Sorry, gotta breathe. Microsoft has created a series of NFTs called the Zero Heroes. That's right, I forgot about that, on the JumpNet. Meanwhile, Binance, Cryptomat, and OKX have created commemorative collectibles and digital wearables. Very cool. So if you don't know, basically the JumpNet just completely gets rid of gas fees, or at least makes them so minimal that you don't even care. It's like a penny or something like that. I haven't actually used it yet. Very interested in it. Definitely need to check it out. If you're watching this and you've played with it, please jump in the comments. Let me know what I'm missing out on and why I need to be on it yesterday. Engine reduces Ethereum cost. Yeah, just talked about that. So yeah, big news for Engine. Not really seeing this reflect in the price. Well, I mean, I guess it's gone up with the rest of the markets today. But you would think with big news like Microsoft and Binance jumping into it that would have really moved the price. Next up, phone giant Deutsche Telekom invests in Celo's crypto network. In a first for the telecom industry, phone giant Deutsche Telekom is investing in the crypto infrastructure. Celo is a token you can buy, I believe, on Coinbase if you're looking for an easy way to get your hands on it. Haven't really taken a look at the price today, but I've got to imagine this is huge news for anybody holding Celo or Celo Gold, whatever it's called. The deal with the Deutsche Telekom supporter and build Celo infrastructure. The deal will see the Deutsche Telekom support and build Celo infrastructure. Celo's co-founder sees more telecom companies investing in crypto. Yeah, no kidding. In a first for the telecom industry, one of the biggest players is jumping into crypto. On Tuesday, Deutsche Telekom announced it is purchasing tokens issued by Celo, a startup that specializes in offering crypto on mobile devices, on mobile phones. The German telco giant did not disclose the size of the investment, but a corporate executive told Decrypt that the token purchase was significant. The company is also investing in infrastructure to support the Celo network, which is working to build a decentralized version of Venmo-style peer-to-peer payment platform. Very cool. Burner phones, basically, that you pay for with crypto. I mean, it doesn't sound shady at all, but I support it. Yeah, so there's your Celo news. Congratulations to all you Celo holders. That's big news for you. Next up, WeWork now accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Real estate company WeWork is taking payment for its services in Bitcoin and will hold crypto it receives on its balance sheets. Wow, that sounds familiar. Every day we're getting news about other companies joining in, buying crypto, buying Bitcoin in particular, and holding it on the balance sheets. WeWork, we welcome you. Welcome aboard. Real estate company WeWork is now accepting payment in Bitcoin through crypto payment services BitPay. The company intends to hold any Bitcoin it receives rather than converting it into fiat currency. Good for them. Good for them. Next up, former CFTC chair Giancarlo joins BlockFi's board. Whole lot of board shuffling around today, it seems like. J. Christopher Giancarlo, the former Commodity Futures Trading Commission chairman who left the office in 2019, is joining the board of directors of BlockFi. Excuse me. BlockFi is a crypto neobank that allows users to earn interest on deposited crypto funds, which BlockFi lends out to institutions for use for arbitrage. Effectively, the firm provides high-interest savings accounts. Yep. Much like Celsius and some other really good ones. BlockFi definitely has had some things that we've heard. I'm sure they're just rumors, but anyway, good news, I guess. Suits joining the space. Good news? Question mark. Curious what your thoughts are. Let me know. Next up, crypto convert JP Morgan is hiring developers skilled in Ethereum. The U.S. bank has 64 open positions for individuals experienced with blockchain development. Didn't we just have headlines the other day of another company that was hiring? Who was that? Oh, it was GameStop. That's right, GameStop looking for blockchain developers as well. Interesting. So yeah, if you know how to build on the Ethereum network, you may just reach out to JP Morgan. I bet they pay well. I bet they pay really well. I wonder if they'll pay you an ETH. That would be my first question. U.S. bank JP Morgan is hiring blockchain engineers skilled in Ethereum, Corda, and Hyperledger development. A job posting on recruitment site Glassdoor shows. The listing is part of over 64 open positions advertised by the bank as of today, in locations ranging from Bangalore to New York, in mainly engineering and development roles. Interesting, yep. So if you're interested in working for JP Morgan and you know how to build on Ethereum, give them a call. Next up, Yearn Finance picks up $1 million in Wi-Fi as part of a planned buyback. Yearn Finance's new initiative aims to bring more value by replacing Wi-Fi staking rewards with buybacks. I don't know if I would be calling it buybacks. Just saying. Guys, SEC's watching. You go calling it buybacks, that's a little too close to stock market for my liking. Just saying. You know, we saw what happened with Ripple. I'd hate to see the same thing happen with Wi-Fi. Do what Binance is doing. Call it burns. You're gonna burn your tokens. Do that. Don't call it buybacks. You're just attracting unwanted attention, I think, by doing that. Burn your tokens. Yearn.finance Wi-Fi, a popular decentralized finance DeFi protocol on the Ethereum, has bought more than $1.16 million worth of Wi-Fi tokens as of yesterday. Cool, there's your tweet. Yearn has purchased an additional 27.9 Wi-Fi worth $1.16 million at an average price of $41,000. Yeah, it's one of the most expensive, whoops, look at me go, all thumbs today. One of the most expensive cryptos out there. For a while, it was the only crypto, I think, that was more expensive than Bitcoin. So, yeah, it's kind of a odd photo there. We don't need that. We're a PG show here. So yeah, there's your Yearn Finance getting a little too close to stock market stuff news. Next up, XRP in the news. You'll like this. XRP community tells the SEC, you don't represent our interest. Members of the XRP community have filed a motion to intervene in the U.S. regulator's action against Ripple. Would you look at that? All of you smooth brains out there, I love you. That's fantastic. XRP holders have filed a motion claiming that the SEC does not represent their interest. The community of investors, developers, and business owners claims that Ripple can't be relied upon to defend their interest either. That's interesting. Because you know how the SEC is always coming in and they're saying, well, we've got to put these regulations in to protect you, right? You need our protection because you don't know what you're doing. So we have to be here to protect you. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't need you to protect me. The XRP community has filed a motion to intervene with Ripple's fight with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, claiming that the regulator does not represent their interest. In a memorandum in support of the motion filed on Monday, the U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York, the intervening defendants claimed that many businesses have been hurt by the SEC's lawsuit against the company responsible for XRP Ripple, in which the SEC alleges that the token is an investment contract and thus a security. I mean, you know, could be, but you probably should have had regulations in here to begin with, and rather than letting it get this far. And then hurting investors and then claiming that you're trying to protect them as they watch their money bleed out. Their investments bleed out. Okay, moving on. Next up, Bitcoin traders are buying more downside protection. Options data shows. Steep drop in Bitcoin blockchain's hash rate may have prompted some traders to hedge after prices fell to a 3-week low. I love that. A 3-week low, and everybody thinks it's the end of the world. Okay. Some Bitcoin traders appear to be locking in options market bets to protect themselves from further price drops in the wake of cryptocurrency's recent slide to a 3-week low. Short-term put options on Bitcoin or bearish bets are drawing higher prices than calls or bullish bets. The 1-week put-call skew, which measures the dynamic, has jumped 26%. Good lord, people. Highest since October 2nd, according to the data provider Skew. The 1-month gauge has risen to a 3-week high of 8%. Bitcoin tumbled 6.3% on Sunday, the biggest single-day decline in almost 2 months, after the disruptions at the coal plants in Xinjiang and other parts of China last week knocked out Bitcoin miners in the region. The Bitcoin blockchain's hash rate, the amount of computing power devoted to securing the network, slid by 46% to 106 exahashes per second. The lowest since November. Yeah. I mean, it's never a bad idea to hedge your bets, right? But I don't know. I wouldn't be trying to short Bitcoin in the middle of a bull market. I would wait for some confirmation that we are for sure in a downtrend and we will not be making higher highs, because we've seen what happens and how fast Bitcoin can move. And if you're not paying attention, you could get liquidated real quick, which is why I don't short Bitcoin in the bull. I don't short anything, really, honestly. If we entered the bear market, I'm probably just going to be staking some cake and collecting a sick APY on that bad boy until the next bull market. Next up, in your FUD news for the day, EasyFi hacked for over $80 million in a MetaMask attack. CEO said hackers compromised the MetaMask browser extension by hacking into his computer. A little misleading of a headline here, claiming that EasyFi was hacked. They weren't hacked for over $80 million. Their CEO's MetaMask wallet on his browser was hacked. The company wasn't hacked, so that's a little misleading. Just wanted to debunk that a little bit. You can read into the story here. I'm sure they go into it in some detail. But when you go on, when you start with misleading headlines like this, you tend to have lost my attention. So we're going to end there on the news for the day. Let's jump into the charts. Where are we at with Bitcoin? That's loading up. Let's check the chat, make sure we're not missing anything. Hey! CDubs in the house. Hey, buddy. Welcome to the show. Glad you can make it. It's been a while since we've seen you here, so welcome, CDub. Getting into the charts, where are we at here, Bitcoin? You can see right where we left off yesterday. Just kind of working our way up the channel that we drew in. We wicked below it a few times last night, but all in all, we're holding the trend. Like we discussed, though, what we need to see. Let's get a little line out here. What we really need to see is we have to make higher highs, right? We have to get. I'll tighten up for you so you can see. We absolutely have to get above $57,610. We have to make a higher high, because if we don't, we are in a confirmed bear market, right? We are in a confirmed downtrend, and that's not good. That's not good. You're going to need to rebalance your portfolio accordingly. Whatever your plan is for a bear market, you probably need to have those in place, right? Because we are at a critical level right now for the entire market. Something to be cognizant of. Next up, Ethereum. Really, I've been kind of sleeping on Ethereum. You guys know my thoughts on it, but we've got to take a look at this and what's happening with Ethereum, because this is very representative of what's happening all over the crypto market right now with your altcoins. Look what happened with Ethereum. When we had our crash, first of all, we talked about this when it happened. ETH came down, and we really interacted with our trend line that we had drawn in here, that previous support level, or previous resistance level that we flipped support, right? We really activated at this price range, and we got ourselves a double bottom, we got our bounce, and look at this. We've almost completely recovered. It looks to me like ETH is now on its way back to all-time highs, right? Whereas when we go back to the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin has not. Matter of fact, Bitcoin's looking pretty damn unhealthy, right? So I think a situation that we could be looking at here over the next few weeks, especially with what we talked about yesterday with the mining hash rate being down and the blocks not updating, or the difficulty not updating on the blocks until 2 weeks from Saturday, last Saturday. We're probably going to see Bitcoin just kind of move sideways here. Hopefully we see it melt up. That would be nice. But there's a strong possibility that we just end up in a price channel right here and we move sideways until that hash rate updates. And if that's the case, if that's the scenario that plays out, then boys, it's alt season and we are about to go to the moon on pretty much every coin that's not Bitcoin, right? And I think Ethereum is really telling the story. I mean, look at this. It is ready to roar. In my opinion, not financial advice. All right, next up, we've got Atom. Cosmos. Talked about this earlier when we were checking out the old tweets. Had two very bullish videos come out today on Atom, and they're by two very prominent YouTubers that their opinions I look to a lot when I'm trying to find new projects and sometimes new trades. Adam giving away a little bit right now. Actually, looks like I might stop out again here in just a second. Here, let's jump into the 5-minute here. Really get into the weeds on this one since we do have an active trade. I don't generally like to show my active trades on here, especially if I'm about to get wrecked, right? But, and of course, CDub, I was pounding the table on him earlier, telling him he needs to buy Adam right now. And that was actually at this price level. So, buddy, if you'd have bought when I told you to, if you did buy when I told you to, I'm sorry. We're getting a little wrecked right now, but that's okay. That's okay, because here's what I'm looking at. I would not be surprised if we come down and we kind of touch this level right here at $20.71, right at that 2070 level. Here, we'll drop a little area of support in here because you guys know I got skin on the line right now, or skin in the game. This is an active trade for me, so you can kind of see my thought process when I'm going through things like this. And we're actually charting it out in real time here. I haven't done any of this yet. I was just trying to catch pure momentum. You can see we've got a downtrend going right now, but it looks like we're moving into this consolidation pattern. Our ribbons are beginning to tighten up, which is good to see because if we go back out to the 15-minute here, look at this. Skirt. This is where we were down here. This is where we started the day, right? And I began pounding the table right about here. As soon as we broke above this high right here is when I was like, oh man, this is looking good. Took a small position, on our way up here, right below where we consolidated in this area. So we ended up right here to start with. We bought a little more here. I actually got stopped out again, so I had to buy more here, which was not fun. But then we ran up real nice here, which it's been a good trade. Took some good profit actually in this area where I got stopped out again, because what I was doing is I'm riding the momentum, so I'm using a trailing stop loss of 2.5% right now, right? So if we get any sort of pullback, then I'm getting stopped out. But the only reason I'm doing that is just because of how skittish I am on the overall markets right now. If I was confident that we were in an actual, that this bull market was going to continue, that Bitcoin was going to go back to all-time highs, well, then my stop losses wouldn't be this tight, and I wouldn't be taking profit like this. If I was confident this was going to continue, my stop loss would be way down here, right? Way down here, right around the 1738 range, because that's when we would be making lower lows. That's when we'd be into a confirmed downtrend. Where we're at right now, looking at the macro scale here at the hourly chart, it looks to me like we've just put in a double bottom, and we're about to make our way back up, and hopefully make our way back up here to the all-time high, which was right around the $30 mark, 28, 29, something like that, which will be a nice little trade, right? Nice little trade for us. But I am trading this with a narrow, tight stop loss just because of how skittish I am on the overall markets. I just wanted to point that out. That way, if you are trading the crypto markets with me, if I'm skittish, hopefully you're skittish too, right? Next up, Binance Coin. Look at this. What a beast this was today. Good Lord. I was trading this one all morning because I've been kind of using Binance as a place to hide out rather than Bitcoin right now, considering the hash rate problems. I've been kind of throwing my gains into Binance, and the reason being is because we saw what happened when the market crashed over the weekend. Binance, they came back just immediately, right? I can't even tell you where in the world the crash was on this chart. We'd have to back up here, but look at this. Okay, so here was the crash, right here. This was the weekend, and Binance has pretty much gone on to all-time highs from that crash. Look, we got all the way up here. We've almost made a double top. That's incredible. And any pullback that we do get in the overall markets, Binance is almost completely unaffected. It'll draw down with the rest of the market, but look at this. Just a few percentage points, right? Relative to what's happening overall, that's pretty amazing. So Binance is kind of where I'm hiding out right now. You can see on the 15-minute chart we are starting to come back down into our ribbons. But every time we've come down into the ribbons recently, we've gotten a pretty incredible run up from it. So something to look at if you're looking to enter a trade right now with Binance. Looks like it could be a good entry point, right? Because you're coming down here to this previous support level. And that'll be into your moving average ribbons nicely at that point. So I would expect a good bounce. If you see the momentum shift back on Binance to start coming back out of the ribbon like we saw here, it'd be a good entry point. Not financial advice, of course. Just things that I think. Random thoughts from me. Next up, we got XRP, which is really showing us kind of the same pattern that we've seen Same pattern that we've seen with kind of the Ethereum chart, and actually it's a little more reminiscent of kind of Engine's chart, honestly. Look at that. We went up, we reached all-time highs, we're coming back down now. We've been consolidating here for about a week now. We have put in a double bottom. Let's go ahead and we can move our support line up here. Yeah, look at that. We've actually been in a nice little price channel here for the past week. So I would not be surprised, actually. Did it break out? Did it break out? It looks like it might be trying to right now, actually. Look at that. Looks like we bumped our head off of it a little bit. We might be trying to come back down and consolidate. But I would be looking for XRP to make a move, especially with all the news we have coming out with it, especially with this most recent filing that XRP holders have filed. So something to keep an eye on. Engine, we had them in the news today. You can see price action did not reflect how big a news I think this was, and that seems like an opportunity to me, right? So Andy says work sucks. I know, buddy. I'm sorry. I wish you didn't have to work. I wish you could just trade crypto all day. I wish everybody didn't have to work and could just trade crypto all day. That would be fantastic. Alright, Engine, yeah, boring, not real exciting. Here's what everyone I'm sure wants to see right now, the Doge. Look at Doge. I'm just going to leave this chart up for a second, let you pour one out for the poor Doge. Goodness, so much for Doge Day, right? I'd be curious to know, CDubs, if you've heard anything from our buddy Devin. He's still in this trade. How's he playing this? Has he sold? What's he doing? Very interested to know. Because this, we knew this was going to happen. I don't want to sit here and say I told you so or anything like that, but we knew this was going to happen. I will get those notifications turned off tomorrow. I swear I will. I'm so sorry. But if you're a holder of Doge, I'm going to light a cigarette to go through this. Also, don't smoke, kids. Smoking's bad for you. If you're a holder of Doge and you're looking for a bull case, well, I can give you that. I'll be nice and I will give you your bull case for Doge. If you're still hanging on to it, which, God help you. But look, if you're a holder of Doge, we do have an uptrend, right? It did not put in a lower low. We came down to this trend line, we wicked off of it, and we've actually gotten a pretty significant bounce up. You can see we're really working our way back up the wick there, which, I mean, that's a bull candle, right? And you can see we get in here to the 5-minute chart. It is trying to work its way back up. I would not be surprised if we get back up here into the ribbon, though, and get rejected just like we saw right here, right? Would I be a buyer of Doge at this point? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We did have a position in Doge where we had put our narrow stop loss in. I'd have to actually go into my order book here to look exactly where we sold. It was up here in the mid-range somewhere where we sold, and you can see where we bought right down here. So we took a nice little profit off of it. Certainly not the moon, though, like everybody thought it was going to be. So I guess let that be a lesson to us, right? Next up, good old basic attention token. Really not recovering at all from the crash. Look at that. Sitting back here where we were beginning of April, unfortunately, after we had this huge run up where we really held our position and then just really crashed back down. It's unfortunate. I do think BATS is going to recover, and I think when BATS recovers, I think it's going to be a meteoric shot to the moon just because of how much energy has been kind of stored away here. So still very bullish on BATS. Don't sleep on basic attention tokens. The most used token of all the cryptocurrencies. I will continue to pound the table on it. Look at Mana. Boy, if you'd bought Mana on the dip, you'd be sitting pretty right now. Look at that. Again, Mana, much like Binance, just absolutely unaffected by the crash. I mean, look at this chart. Tell me where the crash was. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea where this crash occurred. Was this it? Here it was. Okay. Look at that. So right here was the big crash on Mana. I mean, see, so some tokens, some of these altcoins just remained completely unfazed by this most recent pullback, which is just absolutely astonishing to me. Astonishing. Coins like Binance, coins like Mana, and you know what the common theme is among both of these tokens. You're probably saying, well, Stanton, one's an NFT play, a video game, and the other one's a utility token. But that's my point exactly. Both have utility, right? Both have a purpose. Both have fundamentals behind them. They aren't a damn meme coin, which is why Mana and BNB have just soared over the past few days, because people are using these, right? And the money's got to go somewhere. So, like I've said before, if you ever find yourself a chance to get Mana under $1 ever again, you had better buy it, because that would be a fire sale for Mana. Personally, I think I constantly have a buy order put in for Mana at 99 cents that I'll always leave there. I would love to have some Mana at 99 cents. Next up, we've got Cardano. ADA, or stablecoin. Yay. Doing a whole lot of nothing. Next up, for all you Link warriors, Chainlink doing its thing. Just grinding along here. Really in consolidation mode, right? Because we ran up so high. Now we're just kind of bouncing back and forth. Kind of forming this little wedge pattern here. So if you're a holder of Chainlink, you've got nothing to worry about. We're just kind of moving along here, doing a little consolidation, moving into a price channel. I would not be surprised if, as we coil up here, we begin to, tighten up, and then boom, there you go. That would be, there's your prediction for Chainlink, for all you Link warriors out there. Next up, we've got Sparkpoint. Guys, I just continue to lose my butt on Sparkpoint. It's getting to the point where it's almost embarrassing, and I want to tell you guys that I never actually held Sparkpoint. It was all a joke. I gotcha. Haha. Nope. For the record, just for a little historical context here, this guy here who has 2 thumbs and bought way the hell up here in this range. I'd have to go in and look at what my exact position is. I haven't looked at it in a while, obviously, because it's been brutal. But what we're doing here, right, we're working our way down this price channel. We're, at the end of the day, what is this? This pattern. At the end of the day, that is just a giant bull flag, right? Just one gigantic bull flag that we formed. So, with that said, technicals are in my favor, and I think that if I hold on here, and really, just my goodness, look at this base. So if we go in, let's just, for real quick, poopsies and gigglies here, we go in. Oh, I can't do that on here, that's right. Never mind. Anyway, what do we always say? The longer the base, the higher the chase. So you could theoretically say that, this breakout on Sparkpoint's going to be somewhere right up here around the 4 cent range would be my price target on it. And with how long I've held it, it damn well better be, right? Okay, next up, definitely chewing through the time here, almost at our 40-minute time mark. I've been nailing the 40 minutes, guys. I don't know if you've noticed that these past few videos. Sticking the 40-minute every time going live. Alright, Riot Blockchain, just continuing to get beat down, but look at this. We've come really far down into our retracement area here that we've drawn. So, in last time we came down to this retracement, we really bounced out of it hard, so something to consider. And then look at this. Look at what you just put in on your 4-hour chart. This is huge. This is huge. If you're in the boomer market, you better be paying attention to this chart right now. You just put in a double bottom candle. Look at that. If you don't know what a double bottom candle is, look it up. That is one of your biggest buy signals that you can get. That is a clear reversal candle. So if you're in the boomer market, not naming any names, this is a strong buy. Strong buy. Now, And you take into account too that these stocks usually move about a day behind what the crypto market itself is doing, and that's just because these are pick and shovels, right? These are your miners. So I mean, yeah, they're going to be a little behind from what the overall market's doing. But going on that thesis, right? You take into account what happened today, the huge run we had today. Man, I got to assume that tomorrow when we open, people are going to be extremely bullish on crypto and these crypto plays again. So I would expect our little pattern here to play out. I would expect us to get a good solid bounce here. We're going to run up. We're going to bump our head along this trend line that we'd put in as previous support. Now going to probably be resistance here for a while. We're probably going to melt our way up, it would be my guess. Next up, coin. What did it do today? Check out the 5-minute on coin. What is this nonsense? This is me painting on the charts again, really. Just losing it. Okay. Yep. Coin. Nothing real exciting. Looks like it got hammered today too, along with the rest of the crypto stocks. Last up, I always like to take a look at GME. Also getting hammered today. Did you see it broke down? It did not follow our pattern here. We did not consolidate. We did not bounce off our trend line. It completely broke down. I wonder what that's about. I mean, it didn't just break down a little bit. That was a hard breakdown. You can see, though, we did try to activate at our trend line. We came all the way down to it. We tried so hard to work our way up it and then collapse. Wow. You hate to see it. All right. I think, by golly, I think that is all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I think that was a good show. Go ahead, give me a like, give me a follow, share, all that jazz. Pound the like, smash the notifications. I don't have all that memorized, but you know what to do. You guys are smarter than that. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good one.